Cherry! Hello everyone! Hello! And welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday. Yeah, I'm very happy today because, well, I got a new chair. It's more comfortable. My back is very much appreciating it. You never realize just how poor the support of your previous chair was until you get something better. Exactly. Comfy chairs are great. I agree, Viridian. Comfy chairs are divine. Completely and utterly divine. Now, as the title suggests, today's stream is probably going to be a bit shorter than the previous ones. Who knows? The main goal of this stream is just to complete the event that we started last time we streamed Genshin. So let's just start and go see what is it? English. Let me say that again. So we're just going to go and see what's going on in Payback. I don't know where Abarca is. I left him somewhere. Where did he go? Okay, let's see where Varka. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised, Varka? The bar every time. Oh no! Oh, I know that. I know that I can do the vignettes. I've been purposely avoiding as much stuff there as possible because, well, I didn't want you to miss it. I've just sort of been hanging around Mondstadt. So let's start with. Let's see. There's this one which I'm going to avoid for now. Tales of the Many. Looks like we can go say hello to Aino and Anefa. Let's see how these two are doing. Oh, I might as well put the event quest. Also put on focus mode because nothing's more annoying than a random side quest distracting you and stopping you from actually doing the quest you want to do. So anyway, let's try our best to avoid getting too close. Don't want to trigger it automatically. And let's see what Aino and Anefa are up to. Ooh. Hey Yehoda, what are they doing this time?
Watch out there, Yehoda.
Oh yes, local specialty characters are great for gathering. The main ones which I usually get is the one who can just pinpoint where each of the local specialties are specifically. And if you have her, Nahida, because she has this fun little unique effect that if you hold down her skill, you can just do a 360 of the area and it marks every single gatherable in the area and then gathers them all at once.
Just keeping an eye on things. Looking out for any problems that might need me to step in. Hey, you three! What are you doing here? There should be at least one of you manning the booth at all times.
Accessing booth operation logs. Analyzing. Neb left to try and buy a new blueprint. Ati soon followed to try and stop him. Finally, Rhea came to mediate between them.
Wait. Anefa, have you been tracking everyone?
I keep telling you, we don't have that much Mora to spare.
I just wanted to have a look. What's wrong with that?
You can probably get this by giving Aino Crumkake.
Guys, seriously, stop fighting! Here's the thing, Neb. Even if you could afford to buy a blueprint, I'm afraid I couldn't allow it.
Unfortunately, but true, because... yeah, there is... How should I put this? That's actual dangerous weaponry. Oh, hey, Blood. Bloom from the Abyss, that's it. Thank you. I very appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, Bloom from the Abyss. Very, very, very nice name.
I know you like building stuff, but these designs aren't for toys like the kind you're used to. They're for weapons, which are very complicated to build and extremely dangerous.
Very dangerous. We could always ask Aino to just make a version that doesn't shoot weapons. Maybe a version that fires paintballs.
That's a load of baloney, dumpster diver. My designs are toys too, actually.
Honestly, not surprised there. Not one bit.
Huh? You build a machine that can blast monsters into the sky, and in your mind, that's a toy?
Well, of course. It's Aino. What do you expect?
I mean, at the end of the day, is there really that much difference between weapons and toys anyway?
Well, that's entirely true. Some toys can easily be weapons, and some weapons can easily be toys. Take, for example, drones. A lot of commercial drones are basically just toys, but they can be turned into weapons.
Not where Knuckle Duckle's concerned. That's for sure.
Ugh, that's not the point. Anyway, you there with the brown hair, you want a blueprint?
Yeah! I want to make some thwack and smack defense bots too! I also have some design ideas of my own. And with your bots as the basis, maybe I'll be able to try them out for real!
Oh, like what? What do you want to do?
I get it. Your head's so full of ideas you want to bring to life that you can hardly sleep at night. You try eating some snacks to take your mind off things, but it doesn't seem to help anymore.
Exactly! But what can I do? I'll never be able to afford one of your blueprints.
Aw, Neb. Don't worry. Every kid one day will have their own murder bot.
Well, you must have blueprints for the toys you've made too, right? Let's trade. One of your toys for one of mine.
I know you are such a good kid.
Really? Thank you so much, ma'am! Is it ma'am, or...
Duke on which Aino's and will say, yeah, true, I would have loved to have more stages and do more things with Aino's mode. But the way I see it is we will probably get something like that again. Genshin has a habit of reusing, refining, and mixing up their events. In some of these multi-part events, they often take the ones that are popular and well-received and make that its own big event with more stages.
It's Boss of the Clink Clank Crunkaki Craft Shop.
Thank you so much, boss of the Clink Clank Crunkake Craft Shop.
Aw, the kids bonded. That's...
Huh. That was very thoughtful. Who are you, and what have you done with Aino?
Oh, Jehoda, don't be like that. It's just that Aino's also a kid.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm a boss, aren't I? A lot of people depend on me. Looking out for them is a big part of the job.
Did that really just happen? For a moment there, Aino stopped being a little kid and acted like a full-on grown-up. A grown-up who's shorter than the kid she was looking out for, but still.
That is true, she was short.
Previous records indicate that Aino has a 94% chance of adopting such behaviors when encountering a child in a similar situation to herself.
Yeah, we have to remember that Aino started as just a random kid on the streets of Nodcry here, and she just learned engineering. Then it turns out she was a genius, and she made these things. And now she is the leader of a faction so strong that the Fatui literally have them on the "Don't mess with these guys" list. Okay, let's see if there's any... Oh, no, not that one. That's fun. Let's see, any other new ones? No, lock behind doing stuff. Lock behind... Ooh. Oh, wait, yeah, the the Fatui, speaking of which. Hello! Oh. Iluga, Flint. And hey, Wislana.
Oh, Flint and Iwa! Fancy seeing you here!
True, Aino's age is a bit vague. Although, I personally, obviously, I assume that she's a lot younger than the rest of the cast. Probably not like a child, but maybe just outside of child.
Ah, traveler. Paimon, how do you do?
Are you here to buy some stuff?
That's our secondary goal. To put it in Mr. Flintz's words, it's important for Lightkeepers to spend some time in the land of the living every once in a while.
True, have to actually see the things you're protecting.
That sounds like something he'd say, yeah. Are you interested in these muskets? Since we're friends, Paimon will let you in on some insider info. This officer here is basically selling scrap.
Yeah, true. Is there a pre in front of the teen, as it were? Exactly.
Oh, I'm well aware. The sign makes that quite clear.
True.
I'm interested in this particular piece because it brings to mind a picture I once saw. It featured several Ratniki and a Fatui officer who fought alongside them. The weapon that the latter used was identical to this one.
Probably an antique, then. This is probably an older model.
The Fatui teamed up with the Lightkeepers?
Why, of course, the Abyss is a problem, and the Wild Hunt is a problem, so odds are they would work together to deal with that.
That's not unusual. I've heard similar stories from our older members. The owner of this musket must have been a hero who stood against the Wild Hunt as well.
Or it could just be a mass-produced version, and they have dozens of these.
But why would you sell a hero's firearm?
That's just how the rules work on our end. Everyone agreed to it.
Yeah.
Whether it's a no-name sergeant like me or a renowned hero, our equipment is to be collected and redistributed once we're dust on the wind. The stuff that's usable is given to new recruits, and the scrap is sold for whatever price it can still fetch. That way, we can at least put it towards feeding the grunts, you know? Better than following them to the grave.
A very practical mindset, and does show how the Fatui are primarily a military rather than a collection of heroes.
Huh.
A thought-provoking perspective.
I think I'm going to buy this musket, Mr. Flintz. Could you tell me a few more stories about it when you get the chance?
Of course.
And, sorry for, murdering so many of your colleagues, Vislana. Unfortunately for them, I kinda need the parts. And that's completed one, and that's opened up another one with the treasure hoarder people. Hey, Lackaberry. Oh, Ruthless Cat Lily.
So what's the situation in need of mediation?
This person's been glaring daggers at me from behind since she arrived. Hey, you! I'm a member of the Fruity Order, you hear?
What a coincidence. So am I.
Ruthless Calla Lily.
Wait, really?
Yes, wait. Do you not know your own group?
I first encountered the humor and intelligence of trendy Zaytun Peach in the New Tide anthology. Then I heard the legend of intrepid Valberry while I was in the Fortress of Meripede. The more I heard about your order, the more it drew me in. I've been searching for so long, but I was never able to find an actual member. So when I heard that the Nodcry Trade Expo was being held again, I applied under your name. And now, I finally get to meet you.
You weren't even a member of the Order, you were just a fanboy.
It's those idiots. Stirring up trouble again, huh?
Huh? Can you give me context, please, Calla Lily?
So what I'm getting is that this guy's an imposter?
Our orders won the expo rights several years in a row.
So we announced that we were backing out of the running this year to avoid conflict. Then, this guy had to come along.
So, in other words, you once too often you decide to, okay, we're going to back out and not cause issues. And at the same time, a complete random fanboy applied under your name and now is causing issues.
A few of the other groups were looking to duke it out. So, imagine their anger when someone claiming to be one of ours snatched the expo rights again.
Well, no one's made any trouble for me. Wait, does that mean you've taken them all out already? Man, I knew it! The fruity order's as good as they say. Can I join?
You're an idiot. Just, how do you think that... In what world do you think that that was a good idea?
We can't make trouble at the expo. Voynich Guild rules. Once it's all over, meet me at the harbor in Nasha Town.
I'm going to say 50% chance he gets robbed.
I see. All right, I'll be there.
Okay, increase that to 60%.
Does he not realize what's going on here?
Also, considering our smooth collaborations thus far, a word of advice for the guild. This guy has only been able to keep his head in his booth because the Fruity Order took care of any rival factions. But if there's one thing the treasure hoarders have in spades, it's sore losers. Since our order has proven untouchable so far, they're sure to find easier targets to vent their frustration on.
They're going to target the kids. If they do, they are going to die.
So look after those kids.
Huh. So this guy has been responsible for more than one conflict so far.
It's... I guess you could call him a bit of a tinderbox. At least that's where I'd describe it. And, hey look, Varka. And my friend, Leben! my favorite NPC.
What do you think?
Not bad. Tastes just like back in Mondstadt.
I am pretty sure this is... That was from Mondstadt. I probably gave it to him from there.
Varka? You're here for the expo too?
Of course. Weapons are important.
Oh, hey, traveler, Paimon. I was only planning to take a look around. Wasn't expecting this pleasant surprise. Out in this part of the world, even a homegrown Mondstadt apple is a rare treat.
Yes, and on that note, I should advise you that the prices are quite different from what you'll be used to back home.
Of course, because this is an imported apple.
Not a problem. It's a price worth paying for a taste of home. I'll take the whole batch and send someone to collect them later.
The whole batch? Huh. Looks like you've already made your money back, huh, Leben? Oh, and Varka, since you're looking for a taste of home, have you tried the Mondstadt wine next door? Apparently, he uses special connections to keep the import costs down.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's pretty good, but not Mondstadt wine good.
Ah, one of those types of shady sellers. Rebranding the cheaper stuff in order to upsell it.
Besides, I wouldn't be able to buy any even if it was. We can't have the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius going around supporting smugglers, can we?
Oh, that's true. You're not gonna reprimand him though, are you?
No, I'm not going to.
Don't worry, I know it's Nefer's rules here. Not out to make life difficult for you. If you find yourself at a loose end, come visit our base sometime. I'm gonna get the Knights to make some cider out of these apples.
It would be my pleasure. Leben...
Oh, you're as generous as they say, Grandmaster.
Looks like you finally made some real profit.
I mean, he probably has been making profit the entire time.
Hey, don't make me sound so incompetent. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to make my money back quite so quickly. Now I can start thinking seriously about my next venture.
Yes, I look forward to it as well, because that gives me lovely primo gems. Where do you plan to make your next fortune?
I'm planning on heading to Snezhnograd, actually. I hear they're running low on lots of supplies because of Project Stuja. That's a business opportunity if I've ever seen one.
And this is foreshadowing if I've ever seen one.
With any luck, maybe I'll have the pleasure of seeing you there.
100% probably.
Well, good luck out there. Hope you strike it rich.
Now can I... Any other Tales of the Many I can do? Oh, that one. Right. Oh, you are screwed! You are so dead! You are dead! You're claiming this is Mondstadt wine, and Mondstadt wine Batman is here. You are dead! Oh boy.
I can't believe you came all this way to investigate me. Still, as a member of this expo, I'm protected by the Voynich Guild. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
I know. That's why I'll be taking this up with them directly.
Oh. Oh. Diluc, you are such a wonderful man.
It's been a while. What brings you here this time? Are you representing the Dawn Winery, or are you here as Owl?
Take your pick. Even Owl would take issue with people smuggling the winery's products.
Yep, he would definitely take issue with that.
I understand. But please be assured that I would never pit the rules of the Voynich Guild against the interests of the Dawn Winery. Our long-standing collaboration is far too valuable to me for that.
This merchant is going to suffer quite a bit, it seems.
No faction exists in Nodcry that can impose their will on everyone else. The rules we have now are a result of the tug-of-war between them all. In any case, I only allowed this gentleman to sell his so-called Dawn Winery vintage here because I'm confident that it poses no threat to our collaboration.
Let me try this stuff.
So this isn't from our cellars at all. It's not even from Mondstadt.
He does not like wine, but he knows the flavor.
You? I'm guessing you learned a few of our winemaking techniques, then brewed your own liquor using local ingredients from Nodcry. Imitations like these are no threat to our business.
Your wine is shit. There is no way it actually is a threat.
Just you watch. One day, my wine will leave the Dawn Winery in the dust.
He says, having to sell his wine at an illegal auction, and use Mondstadt as the branding.
I'll grant that your wine is a perfectly palatable product. But the fact that you didn't dare to sell it without attaching our name to it speaks volumes. That alone tells me that I'll never need to worry about any serious competition from you.
Oh, the most insulting thing you can do to an enemy. Ignore them because they're so pathetic.
Leaving so soon? Can't I persuade you to come to the Curatorium of Secrets for some tea with me and your two old friends?
Hey there! It sounded like you were discussing some pretty serious business, so Paimon didn't want to interrupt.
Don't worry, they were just sort of raking this guy across the coals.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
Next time you're back in Mondstadt, pay a visit to the Angel's Share. At least there, I can offer you a genuine Dawn Winery vintage.
I did, but Varka was drinking and passed out drunk on the counter. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da. I love this music. Now where was I? And oh. Now the Master of the Nightwind one is open. Okay. Hey, how's it go? Granny Eatsley, Sitlali! 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 Granny Eatsley, best one of the best waifus in the game, in my opinion. Citlali is one of the best waifus. The fact that she's also pink is a complete coincidence. Yeah, I do wonder if others can use it, but it could just be a case of Mondstadt already having shipments come here, because Mondstadt does have a port, so it makes sense if they just have to hop on a boat. Anyway.
See, Lolly, I've been told that the merchants here are all protected by the organizers. I'm afraid confronting him myself will be more trouble than it's worth.
Remember, Citlali calls...
Do I have to do everything myself?
Granny causes generational trauma.
Oh, please, Granny Eatsley, have mercy!
Chaska! Citlali! What are you,
It's a long story. Basically, a few members of the Flower Feather clan brought word from Nodcry that someone was selling Wyob fragments at this expo. Pretty serious stuff. So I brought Citlali here to get to the bottom of it, and hopefully keep things under control.
Oh. Okay, well, as it turns out, we've been tasked with mediating any disputes like this.
Exactly.
Are you intending to try and stop me?
Please, Granny Eatsley. Hey, please do not. You attacking him would destroy the entire exhibition.
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you don't need me to tell you that our Wyob are not for sale. Wait a second.
I'm guessing they're fakes.
This is just a shard of a Wyob pillar, and its power is long gone, so it no longer has any connection whatsoever to the Wyob. So, tell me, how much did they pay you to ship these out of Natlan?
About 800,000 Mora apiece.
That's a lot of Mora.
What?
Apparently, people outside of Natlan don't know all that much about our culture. Some people take one look at those pillars and start bragging that they found a Wyob fragment. I didn't want to correct them, because that way I could drum up the price.
In other words, he is scamming the tourists. He's just scamming people.
Ugh, forget it. Since you asked me so nicely, I'll let him stay here until the expo's over. No point making a mountain out of a molehill.
Thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, thank you, Granny Eatsley.
Oh, don't start thinking you're off the hook. Once this is over, you're going straight to Biram to face the music.
And we're going to confiscate all your money. But he does have quite the scam going here. Basically, sell all the Natlan stuff to people who don't know the difference, and thus convince them to buy random rock while thinking that it's actually valuable. Okay, is that who I think it is? Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, Alice, Dory.
Hey, it's Alice and Nicole!
Why, hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, Alice. I've seen Clea recently. She says hi. Are you looking to buy some stuff from Dory?
Oh, quite the opposite. I'm her supplier. Nicole came up with a delightful new pricing method recently, which I've asked dear Dory to try out. We're here today to see how it's all going.
What pricing method?
What sort of pricing method is that?
Curious? Well, allow me to explain.
Okay, everyone, get ready for a 5-hour lecture.
Instead of an amount of Mora, you collect courage, kindness, or happiness from the buyer.
Okay.
The key is to make people realize they don't have to be rich. With an excellence of character, even the treasures of the Hexen Circle are within your reach.
But how does that work?
Kinda like a Seelie guiding intrepid adventurers through various tribulations until they claim their prize. Such fun, wouldn't you say?
I suppose, but how do you make a profit?
Not for me. We didn't sell much Hexen Circle gear this time at all. At this point, I'll have to whip out some Samara specialties just to break even.
Wait, You're actually losing money, Dory?
You're saying our gifts didn't reach that many people?
I'm saying we made diddly squat. Hate to break it to you, Miss Mage, but you don't have much of a heck for business.
Not surprised there. She doesn't exactly do much business stuff. Instead, she's more of a writer and a yapper.
It might not have made much, but this has been quite a fun little experiment. To make it up to you, all the revenue from our merchandise is yours to keep, Dory.
Oh, they don't call you a great mage for nothing, Miss Alice.
There are various reasons they do so. Alright, and next one is... Do I have any other one of these available? Got all these. Ooh. Clink, clank, cross. Oh, she's right here. Hey, Yehoda, what's going on?
It's almost time for the expo to end. I'm asking for half a month's leave once we wrap this up.
Wow, that quickly? Huh.
Finally got time to relax, huh, Yehoda?
Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, things are pretty calm right now. Should be smooth sailing from here on out.
3, 2, 1.
Sorry, but I've got a problem over here.
Same here.
Yehoda, you just jinxed it.
Of course, that's why you never celebrate until it's over.
Someone made off with a batch of my goods using the goods first, pay later method. I thought the guild was the guarantor, but then I went to redeem my money and no dice.
Why do I get the feeling that someone did that all over the place?
The same thing happened to me. Goods first, pay later? That convenience is for exhibitors only. It works because their goods stored in the warehouse can be used as collateral.
The buyer did have guild supplied certification.
In that case, he's one of you. Pick him out of the crowd and we're good to go.
The person I talked to was a tall, thin young man, but I don't see him here.
Wait. Where is the treasure hoarder?
The one who bought from me was on the chubbier side. And nope, no sign of him either.
Wait, so it wasn't the same person?
Miss Yehoda, we need help! Auntie went into town a while back and we haven't heard from him.
What? Why would he do that?
He wanted to use the moral we got from our exhibit to buy everyone a little something in return for looking out for us. So he headed out alone.
Gods, this kid... Wait, did he have your certification from the guild with him?
Oh, I see. So someone kidnapped him and took his certification.
Yeah, he's our older brother, so he's in charge of all that stuff.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, let's not panic. What happened?
Remember those people who targeted Ahti a while back? I'm worried they kidnapped him and are using his certification to scam goods off the other exhibitors.
I wonder if that was their plan from the very beginning, until the kids stole their spot.
Sorry. Oh, this isn't your fault.
Should we rescue Ahti first? But Nodcry's huge! Where would we even start? We could go for the goods first, but we're dealing with a group. If they split up, it'll be impossible to nab them. Oh, come on, Yehoda, come on! You promised Boss Nephew to uphold the guild's reputation, and you promised the kids you'd protect them. This is all falling apart.
Yep, things are kind of spiraling, but don't worry. I'm confident in you, Yehoda.
Looks like you're down to your last option, dumpster diver.
And in this case, we also have Ino.
Oh, right! The Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch!
Clank Clank Crisis Control Switch activated.
Oh right, I remember this thing.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Wait. Did we just activate the Clink Clank army?
Activating the switch gives you temporary control over all the robots in Notcry. If you wanted, you could turn this whole place upside down.
Temporary control of... Hey. Yep, I know. I know is the one who made all the robots, and those robots are everywhere. Again, there is a reason why I know, specifically, as an individual, is on the do not mess with list.
But it won't last long, so think about what you want to do first.
In that case, let's get the stolen goods back first.
All units, advance to rescue Ahti.
Miss Yehuda.
No, this makes sense. We rescue Ahti, we catch the guys, we collect the goods.
Orders received. Orders received. Orders received.
With the help of the robots, he's quickly rescued because no way is anyone being able to stop all of the robots.
Sorry. I made you all worry.
It's fine, Ahti.
If anyone should be apologizing, it's those awful people who took you. You just wanted to repay everyone's kindness.
They stole my expo certificate. Did that cause trouble for anyone?
Let's just focus on one thing at a time.
Inventory complete. All goods have been retrieved.
See? Told ya. With the Clink Clank crisis control switch, there's no problem in Nodcry you can't handle. With so many bots around, we didn't have to choose between the rescue and getting the goods back. We were able to do both.
Yeah, when you have a literal army at your beck and call, it really, really, really works.
I know.
These kids call me boss, and as their boss, it's my job to protect them. No way I'm letting them get in trouble with the guild.
Thanks, boss.
Ino's a great person to have on your side, huh?
To be honest, I could hug you right now. But I think I'll have that vacation first.
I would hug Ino regardless.
Oh, right! I owe you a hot dog, don't I?
You do, now get up off the ground. Yep, we are free for further drama for the time being. That was cute. That was a cute little thing. Now let's focus on the main quest part of this entire situation. Yoink. Yeah, the expo... Not this one. Let's see. The manage affairs one. Okay. Let's see what Yelan and the rest are up to.
Wow! Can this launch blaster thing really shoot stuff from that far away?
It does launch and blast things, but it's actually called a ballista. And yes, it can.
It's magic. Adeptal engineering sorcery.
How does it stay on target?
It uses a remote guidance system. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The upgraded version doesn't even need that.
Can I give it a try?
Oh, not a chance, kid. Can't have you hurting yourself. Believe me, this thing is even more powerful than it looks. Ask me again once you're older.
Hey, Beto! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two! I was just introducing our product to these discerning young customers.
In other words, the kids.
I thought you were here for some, you know, fishing? Wait, are these three?
What?
No.
Of course not. The kids were just curious, that's all.
I'm sorry. Are these three preventing you from doing business? Let me get them out of your hair. Come on. Time to go.
Do we have to?
Oh, don't sweat it. They were just curious. I'm happy to tell them more about it.
No, we've taken up enough of your time already. Neb, don't bother people when they're trying to work, okay?
Okay.
It was no bother, I swear. In fact, once the expo is over, come find me on my ship, and I'll let you see the ballista in action. How does that sound?
How much would it cost?
Not a single Mora.
Really? It's a promise then, miss.
Your vessel. It's a battleship, isn't it? Are you sure you should be bringing children on board?
Why not? Whenever we're docked back in Liyue to pick up supplies, I always let the kids around the harbor come aboard to play, and boy do they love it. If a kid from Liyue can do it, why not a kid from Sumeru? A battleship may as well be a giant playground to them.
Is that so? I've heard that people in Liyue also turn gunpowder into explosive firecrackers and give them to children as toys. Perhaps only the kids back in your home country are lucky enough to look at a giant battleship and see a playground.
If you're worried about safety, I can...
No, I suppose I'm just envious. That's all. I'll be sure to bring them over if we get the chance.
Seems like he really cares about those kids, huh? Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Well, a few complicated issues.
Just wanted to ask how it's going with the top secret, fishing. Did you reel in the catch of the day yet?
They're circling the hook just fine. Just waiting for a bite.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
Shh. Well, that just proves my point. Something like this would only see more use in Fontaine.
Ah, except you never find something like this for sale there. Better jump on the chance now before it's too late.
Excuse me?
Wait.
He's coming this way!
Steady now.
Huddle, huddle.
That's mighty expensive.
Well, no one's forcing you to buy it. If you're not interested, you're free to move along.
What? Come on, there's no rule saying we can't haggle.
The Voynich Guild gets a cut of whatever I sell. Obviously, that's factored into the price. Don't like it? Take it up with them.
Yep. No need. You can't haggle me down too much. I actually have to make a profit from this as well.
Listen, I can tell this is something special. If you're willing to go a bit lower, I'm prepared to cut a huge deal.
I know it's something special, so I plan on getting paid what it's worth.
And that's a very good mindset for this. I know how valuable this is. I'm getting paid that value.
Perhaps there's a way we can both get what we want then.
What are you implying?
Well, Nod Cry's a big place. Surely this expo isn't the only place we can cut a deal.
Trying to do something under the table.
Oh?
What would you say to working this out someplace else? Somewhere the guild can't get a cut?
That means no guild protection either. What will I do if you run off without paying?
Well, for one, you have a sword.
Considering the giant sword you've got handy, if anyone's getting robbed, it'd be me, don't you think? Point is, we're both going out on a limb here. But the reward's worth the risk.
Fine. Name a place. As a registered participant, though, I'm too close to the guild. If we don't want them catching on, I'll need to send a proxy.
Smart thinking. Let's meet here, then.
Wait, let's see that again. Let's see. Well, that guy's certainly suspicious as all hell.
Good.
And
he took the bait. Let's go elsewhere to discuss our next move.
Encirclement of bullets and silk. Discuss the next move with... Okay, the Alcor is actually a pretty good spot for this. Isolated, away from everyone else. It was unlikely that anyone could ever properly eavesdrop or anything like that. So a very good spot for this sort of thing.
Captain Beto's hook was what got him in the end, huh? Oh, I didn't get a chance to show off how convincing I can be.
1 second, just checking something. Yeah, it's pouring with rain outside now. A real, not monsoon, that would be exaggerating, but really coming out in buckets.
This isn't tabletop troop, Navia. In real life, persuasion takes a lot more than a dice roll.
I brought a product tailor-made for Fontaine because I thought the group's activities were limited to that area. Turns out, we're dealing with an international crime ring. So I suppose it makes sense that Captain Beto's bait was more enticing. It's a good thing we teamed up.
We wouldn't have gotten far without your intel either. Gotta ask though, how did you know these guys would be so quick to abandon the expo?
I read their file. Nothing's off the table for them when profit's on the line. When it comes down to it, they'd see the protection the expo provides as just more red tape. Something to work around rather than with. Just like the law.
Yep, they're the types of criminals who want to do things as under the table as possible, cut out as many middlemen as possible, and basically just make as much money as they can.
So, we meet up with this guy, catch him, and problem solved, right?
Unlikely, he's probably just a patsy.
No. The person we're meeting is just an underling sent to scout the situation. We're after the leader of the whole ring. And after observing the situation over the past 2 days, it's clear they have undercover agents waiting in the wings.
No, not surprise me. They have to try to... No, how should I phrase this? They are a very careful organization. Secrecy is their power. After all, they have to keep secret. They must do their best. They must do their best to avoid entanglements.
If something happens to our point of contact, those agents will scatter to spread word of what happened, and whoever is behind this whole thing will know we're onto them.
In that case...
We have to get the jump on them all at once, and use them to get intel on our real target before he has a chance to react.
Thankfully, we have a lot more manpower than they could expect. Maybe they'll expect 1 or 2 groups, but the fact maybe they expect 1 group or maybe some backup, but not all of us.
Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, though. We have nowhere near enough personnel for that. If even one of the agents escapes, it's over.
Let me guess. You'd rather follow this deal through to the end to lure out the real culprit? Nice idea, in theory. The problem is, in my experience, that person would never show their face for something like this.
I can work around that, but only as long as the deal goes ahead.
So, you're planning to trail the person picking up the goods. I suppose that could lead us to the big fish, but that would mean we have to actually hand over the weapon.
Well, that doesn't mean that we have to hand over a fully working weapon. We could probably rig it to fail after a couple shots.
Aren't you worried about putting something that dangerous in the hands of criminals?
We can control how dangerous it is. But if we followed your plan, could we really guarantee that not a single agent would get away?
You're telling me you really have a way to mitigate the threat of that weapon?
Yes, by basically just sabotaging it ahead of time.
You're telling me that you really have the wherewithal to carry out a large-scale search and seizure operation in Nodcry?
Are they having a fight?
That or they're flirting. I can't tell, to be honest.
They're both experts in this sort of thing. A lot of back and forth is to be expected.
Yeah, true enough. Although, it does feel like flirting as well.
I think they're getting along great.
A successful collaboration requires trust. And a willingness to make concessions. So how about this? I'll meet up with the underling as planned and stall him as long as possible. While I'm keeping him busy, you round up the rest of the agents. Sound like a plan?
Yes, I appreciate the trust. And I promise you, not a single one will get away.
Thank you.
See? Like 2 peas in a pod.
We have one. Yeah, they're very effective together.
Traveler, you should come with me to meet the buyer. After all, we promised Nefer you would be involved in all our operations.
But aren't I known as the Voynich Guild's middlemans? Wouldn't that draw suspicion? I'm assuming you have a plan.
The Traveler is kind of a famous face around these parts, though.
Do we have a disguise?
Then you can serve as backup. Remain hidden, and on the off chance he tries anything, it'll be 2 against 1.
Oh yeah, no. That would be perfect. And a very unfair fight for him.
Ha! Let's do this thing!
Alright, let's go to the flagship. Teleport. Alley-up. Alley-up. Yeah, the Traveler is famous on pretty much everywhere we've been at this point. I think the main difference is how many people actually know what we look like. Sure, many people have probably heard about us. We're a blonde Traveler and her floating companion. The issue is that, at the moment, you could say that Varka here could also be mistaken for the Traveler, depending on what rumors people have heard. Da 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 da.
There he is!
Shh! Paimon, don't give our secrets away.
Oh, you really can't go lower?
Best I can do is shave off the amount the guild was going to take.
You're a tough nut to crack. How do you plan to deliver the goods?
Depends on what you need. You don't look like you're from around these parts. So I'm guessing you need sea transport?
Yes, but there are a lot of eyes on the port. It would be better to dismantle the product and transport the components in crates.
That might be tricky. If you're worried about getting caught, then let's bypass the port entirely. We can launch from a secluded shoreline and use our own boat for transport.
Sorry. But I'd still prefer to have it dismantled and stored in regular crates.
Ah, I'm guessing the port of arrival is where you resell the goods? You want it hidden in unassuming cargo crates, because you operate right out in the open.
Makes sense. Disassemble the material, hide it amongst the rest of the stuff, and then reassemble it at the site.
Most of the weapons have come in through Yilong Wharf or Lumidus Harbor, so that seems to check out.
What are you trying to say?
You are busted!
Nothing. Just connecting some dots. I think we're done here.
That's our cue. Sorry, but this is for cheating the Voynich Guild.
Out of the way!
There's one agent.
It's one of the undercover agents! He's making a break for it!
Don't worry, he's gonna run right
The
into...
captain of the special patrol will take it from here.
Exactly. Sheriffess, do your thing.
One just popped up. Looks like the one on the surface has been subdued. There are children around. I have to avoid bloodshed.
trying to escape? Allow me to show you the way.
You're cornered. Oh, I see. I see. So.
Nope, not this way.
Get him to run. Okay, let's see. He's hiding behind there, so. That's your target. Yeah. This must be scary.
Had enough? Then turn around.
Oh, that's not gonna help you. Can you imagine being him? You're just kind of trying to escape, taking cover, and there's a sniper literally shooting the cover to pieces.
Out of steam yet? Cause I can do this all day.
I quite literally could have shot you at any point here.
My leg!
Is still attached. And if you want to keep it that way, I suggest you stay right where you are.
I very much enjoy it when Cerberus gets serious because her serious voice is so fun and interesting.
A special patrol uniform. You think bringing me in is enough? Do you even know how many of us there are? If even one gets a...
Unfortunately for you, we've gotten them all.
5 at the port, 10 on the outskirts of Nasha Town, 3 near the plaza. Factoring in you and the buyer, that makes 20.
That's why she's in the special patrol. She knows what she's doing.
Save the best for last, right?
How did you...
Don't even think about it.
Oh yeah, we have the Spina di Rosula here. And the Spina, well, they're the Fontaine Mafia.
Well done, everyone. We appreciate the assist. The boss sends her thanks.
And Navia, you're just aura farming right now. She's just showing off. And I love her. I just love her.
It was an honor. Without the Spina's help back in the day, we never would have been able to make it in Nodcry. It was about time we returned the favor.
Ah yes, that's how they usually operate. I help you, and you return the favor, let's say 50 years down the line. We help, then you help us. Scratch our back, scratch yours.
What? I needed to make you seem intimidating to get these local gangs on our side. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know. But hearing you call me boss will never not be hilarious.
And to be fair, you can be intimidating, especially once you break out the artillery.
Wow! Navia is something else!
Well, that explains your confidence. I had no idea the Spina di Rosula could mobilize these kinds of numbers outside of Fontaine. This Navia has quite a few tricks up her sleeve.
No trade expo rules were broken either. Even if Nefer saw it all unfold herself, we still wouldn't need to explain a thing.
Of course, because they specifically wanted to do this outside the Trade Expo, meaning no protection for us, but no protection for them.
Except for the guild's broken signboard, I would imagine.
It was an unavoidable sacrifice.
At any rate, I suppose the next step is to get these birds to sing. Should be an easy job. The Maison Gardiennage has a reputation for highly effective interrogation tactics.
And this is actually an interrogation technique already. The classic, it implies a lot of stuff and let their imagination fill in the blanks.
And if that doesn't work, I've heard that spies from Liyue have their ways of making people talk as well.
And if that still doesn't work, well, I picked up a few things in my travels.
Yes, that means the operation was a success!
So far. Once we get someone to reveal who the mastermind behind all this is, that's when the real work begins.
I'm sure that person is in hiding somewhere far removed from the expo. But as far as our deal with the curatorium goes, I think that's a wrap.
Shouldn't we update Nefer then?
First, we need to figure out what we can learn from these agents. We'll be in touch once we have the information. Then we can head to the curatorium together.
That sounds good. Yep, just take the suspects away.
Well, that went a lot smoother than expected. Not a single one got away.
The real story behind everything.
Thinking about Nefer's final request, huh? Let's see. We have 2 expert detectives from separate nations teaming up to uncover an international crime ring. That's not a bad story. If you feel like it's missing something, maybe Yelan and Chevras will uncover something more interesting during their interrogation.
Yeah, well, at least they'll get him to squeal.
Excuse me? Are you the Traveler? Yehoda needs you back at the expo venue as soon as possible.
Oh no! Did something happen?
Yeah, like, what's going on? Did something happen? Are the kids safe?
I'm sorry, I don't know the details. All she said was that it's urgent.
Now let's get a move on!
Okay, let's go, go, go. Let's go. I don't know what's going on, but it must be important. Wonder what is causing it, though. Let's see, there's the line of people wanting to get in. Nothing seems out of place so far. Alright, so what could be the cause? There's the clink clanks. Da 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 da.
Either I throw the guild under the bus, or I get on the bad side of a terrifying merc captain. Oh, could this get any worse?
No, a lot of things could happen. I mean, it could turn out that those kids were friends of Columbina.
Get it together, Yehoda. Focus on the hot dog you're gonna treat yourself to after today is over. One thing at a time. All right. You've got this.
Let's try not to get too worked up, all right?
Don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this. I swear.
Yehoda's panicking. But that's fine. She's always panicking.
What happened?
You're here. Please, you've got to help me, Traveler. A theft at the expo is gonna ruin the guild's reputation.
Wait, let me guess. They stole the weapon.
A theft? How did that happen?
You're asking me. The guild has people keeping watch over the storage area for this exact reason. And it just had to happen to one of the scariest people here.
Beto? Wait, that means...
Someone stole the ballistas?
The guild asked us to keep our goods stored on the designated shelves. I had a few prototypes that I was using for demonstration, which I had stored there. But when I came to check on things just now, I noticed that all of them had been stolen.
And each ballista is super dangerous. If they fall into the wrong hands...
Well, all the prototypes have a failsafe designed to prevent unauthorized use, so...
The guild will
Oops,
make
wrong.
sure of that.
Wrong button. Let's do that again.
Well, all the prototypes have a failsafe designed to prevent unauthorized use, so it could be worse. Still, we should get them back as soon as possible.
The guild will make sure of that. If you could just keep this between us for now, we would be super appreciative.
Do we have to tell her?
Come on, Neb, tell her.
Honesty is the best policy. That's what he taught us.
I know, it's just...
Come on, we did rescue you, so please help us. Were you the ones who took it?
Miss Yehoda...
What are you three doing here?
There's something you want to tell me, isn't there?
Well, Neb's been obsessed with the ballistas ever since we got here. That's why Uncle Ashvapati told us to come see your booth. It seemed like he was interested in them too, because he even told us what parameters to ask about. Ever since this morning, we haven't been able to reach him. We wanted to ask Miss Yehoda for help, but then we heard about the ballistas being stolen.
That's curious and incredibly suspicious.
And? I don't think Uncle Ashvapati would do something like that,
But he might be under duress.
Ashvapati works for the guild. He has access to the storage warehouse, so he could get inside without the guards getting suspicious. Wait, so now it's an inside job? Oh, jeez. The guild is never gonna recover from this.
Yehoda's faces. God, I enjoy her antics.
He made those toys the kids were selling, right? They don't look like much on the outside, but I bet they're hiding some serious tech. If he's a tech guy, those fail-safes I mentioned might not have our backs after all.
So, this just went from bad to worse. Uh-oh.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure we'll figure out a way around this. The question is, was he acting alone, or is he connected with the crime ring?
Could be. I mean, let's put it this way. There aren't a whole lot of people that could manage to stay off Yelan's radar.
That's true enough.
Why don't you take these kids to the curatorium and see what you can learn? I've got things covered here.
Thanks, Beto.
Hold up. We can't hold these kids responsible, though. Right?
Not all, they're just kids.
No, of course not, but... No, how do we explain this?
You want to look out for these kids, don't you?
Yeah?
I promised I would. Besides, they're innocent in all this.
Good, because I'm looking out for them too. That's why I want to find their uncle as soon as possible. No matter what he did or didn't do, it's worse for them if he's missing.
I guess we're on the same page then.
Take these kids to the curatorium. I'll update Yelan and tell her to meet you there.
Thanks, Beto. So, this Ashwa Pasha, I can't remember how his name is said. I'm guessing he's probably acting under duress, or is secretly the criminal mastermind. Either one of those is most likely. Alright, let's go to the curatorium. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know, you'd think that Nefer would have a bit more of a fancier sign. Like, I'd barely ever noticed this sign. But I suppose she is she's not trying to do a mass production product. It's more of a, you know, a person who knows a person who recommends you go here.
Well, this complicates things. Here I was hoping the trouble would start and end with you two. But no matter. This will all make for a very engaging story.
I wouldn't be so flippant. This time, it's one of yours causing trouble. I'm starting to wonder if all those agents we captured were just a distraction, so the real culprit could make their move.
I don't think so. That would be a bit too crazy.
It's all still up in the air right now. What can you three tell us about Ashvapati?
Yeah, what is he like? Who is he?
Uncle Ashvapati isn't our real uncle, but he is our guardian. He adopted us when we were little.
And that's the thing I'm trying to piece together. He couldn't have just abandoned the kids. He seemed to care about them too much.
He told us we all came from the same band of Eremites in the desert. But apparently, we're the only ones left. We've been traveling from place to place with him for as long as I can remember. We got to Nagcry not too long ago.
their eyes.
Oh? Alright, yeah, she's...
What about them?
I'm just reminded of something. About a decade ago, there was a band of Eremites who, seemingly out of nowhere, gained technological capabilities far surpassing those of other groups.
Oh.
Leveraging that advantage, they built a number of highly advanced weapons and sold them to the highest bidder. The conflicts in the desert became even bloodier as a result. While the other groups were tearing each other to shreds, these newly minted arms traders stood by and reaped the spoils.
Makes sense. It's a good business opportunity for them. They don't really risk anything, and they just reap in the profits.
But before long, their own weapons were turned against them. And as the flames of conflict engulfed the desert, the group met their end. None of the weapons survived. And so, in the wake of that destruction, the status quo of the desert was restored.
That's terrible.
In the desert, it's kill or be killed. People will stop at nothing to gain the upper hand. If this happened in Fontaine or Liyue, I'm sure the perpetrators would have been prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But in the desert, no one bats an eye. From what they've told us, sounds like these kids are orphans from that particular band of Eremites.
Which means their guardian is likely one of the few survivors as well.
So the survivors of that band of Eremites are back in the weapon business?
Sounds like it.
No! Uncle Ashfapati would never do something like that!
Yeah, I don't think he is involved in that in a bad way. He gave the vibe of very much caring about the kids, so I don't think he's a bad guy.
No matter what happened back then, I know one thing for sure. Uncle Ashfapati hates weapons. Sure, he's good at building things, but all he does is make toys for us to play with. He can't be the kind of person you're making him out to be.
Well, maybe he was that kind of person, but seeing the bloodshed and destruction that it caused, he decided to not do that anymore.
I'm sorry. All we can do is act upon the facts.
So, what's our next move?
From our interrogations, we've learned that in 2 days, the person behind all this has a meeting planned to collect the goods. If all goes well, we can head to the pickup point and ambush them. But if Ashfapati is part of this and the leader learns what happened, there's no chance he risks himself for his agents. So, that meeting might as well be moot.
Then let's focus our efforts on Ashfapati for now. If we find him, he might just lead us to our culprit. If he stole the prototypes, there's bound to be a trail. I'm confident I can track him down. I just need some time.
What can I do to help?
I work best in the shadows. The more people involved, the harder it is to operate.
Yep, you're a secret agent seductress type.
As soon as I've got a location, though, he's all yours. You let me handle the search, and I'll let the special patrol handle the seizure.
That does sound like the most feasible plan. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Seizure?
Hey! Don't worry too much right now. The most important thing is that we find your uncle. The rest can wait.
Okay.
Looks like I'll need to enlist your services for a bit longer, Traveler.
No worry, I also want to see this through. Plus, I'm getting paid. That's part 2. And let me guess, part 3 is going to have a wait a couple days for it situation. As expected, let's use this opportunity to finish up the combat events. Oh, finish up the general mini games. Second, and yep, go to quest and the epilogue. So in the meantime, let's play a few mini games. Might as well test out the rest of the weapons. Teleport. So Beidou, I guess you still had a few spares ready for me to try. Let's see here. Make sure it's 4 times. Mostly, let's see. In-depth ushers. Party setup. Yeah, but don't worry. I have this. Let's see. Where is he? His team. Here he is. I got my own one ready. This team, to be honest, isn't the most well made. I'm not exactly the clearest on how to play Flynn's properly. I'm still figuring him out, but I built him, so he should still be good.
Locked and loaded, waiting on your signal.
Be silent. To dust. The night cometh.
A new moon rises. Get with me. Ding dong.
Close your eyes.
Fire support ready. Select the target.
Aim. Aim and fire. Attack the biggest clumps. Fire support doing its job. Let's get the big guns. Increase firepower. Destroy them all. I can see why this is a dangerous weapon if people got their hands on it.
Good shooting.
Flash attack.
Be silent. Night forest. Close your eyes. Be silent.
Chew on this. Ding dong. Out of my way. Our bond is strong.
Okay, and now.
Hold out till fire support ready. Select
Ready?
the target.
Oh, I already got my targets in mind. Fire! 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 Get my extra gunpowder. Oh yes. Destroy them all! Destroy them all!
Nice. Good shooting.
Close enough. Not a record, but I don't need to get the full amount. Let's do, next one is like the oppressive force. And they mainly want a skirk team, eh? I have a skirk team nice and ready. Let me show you what a real skirk team looks like.
Locked and loaded, waiting on your signal.
Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Very quickly.
Fire support ready. Select the target.
Mainly just gain as many of them of these clumps as possible. Okay, get to ground attack mode.
Projectile in the middle of the enemy formation.
Or just, you know, sweep over all of them, because this is killing them faster than they can respawn.
Nice guiding. Well done.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Off to the freezer. Annihilate. Yeah.
Yeah, They are not going to stand a chance. Like, I literally recharged that faster than they could do anything. They... Slaughter them all! Slaughter them all! Now the matter is just keeping up with the spawn rate. It has a lot of epic music considering the fact that I'm basically just bombarding them with everything I got.
Here comes the catch. A little move boost. Extinguished. Mine to wield.
And now I'm back in ground attack mode. I don't know what music is playing or the specifics, but it does sound very epic. Yep, give me all the money. Hallelujah. I am bombarding them. And the last one is... Oh, I have a team for that already as well. Where are you? Where are you? Perfect. As a veteran player, it is nice to just have the teams ready and able to be used.
Frontline guidance is up to you.
Can't hide the truth.
Fire support ready. Select a target.
Will do. Target the big guys. Get the extra firepower.
Switch to ground attack zone. Increase firepower.
Thanks. This is just where I need it.
Nice. Good shooting.
Fly the frostman of old.
No more lies. The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
Okay.
Fire support ready. Select
Fire support ready. Let's do this again. Bam, 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 bam. And all the rune guards, especially the ones... Yeah, they're clumping up. Let's do this.
Nice guiding. Well done.
Don't be scared. Hey, go away.
Can't hide the truth.
Hydra Mix taken care of.
No more lies. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Lush as the moon, with one heart.
I'm done. I've reached the gold, at the very least.
It all adds up. Fire support ready. Select
I don't think it's going to be useful. No, that takes care of Beto's side of things. That gives me all the rewards from her end of the event. Yoink, yoink, yoink. 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 Oh, that was nice and simple. They definitely go a long way to make you feel overpowered when you play those types of combat event or combat quote-unquote challenges. Next up, an effort. Show me what you got. Let me see what the next stage of this game is. So, defense in depth. Let's see. Certain enemies can teleport instantly and will skip over the first mechanisms ahead of them. Use suppression cannoneers to slow them down if more suppression cannoneers, that is. Okay, makes sense, And to be fair, Viridian, I have maxed out OP gear units with signature weapons and high-level artifacts. You are, as you said, you don't really have much in the way of actually built units, especially in terms of water DPS. I see.
I will be your opponent during training mode.
Give me extra resources. Point of plan, and there, that's the plan. So my plan is to basically just 2 rows of these guys here. 2 rows of these guys here. Extra resources there. Yeah, but and this should work, right?
Aino has suggested making Krumkaki-shaped energy blocks for the defense bots. However, the chances of her accidentally consuming one would increase by 80%.
Oh, I didn't realize what's going on over here. Alright, I forgot I have that ability. 1 second, I need to do... Oh no, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I forgot I could attack. Thank you, I can do this. This will buy me some time. That buys me more time. Right, okay, everything's gonna go fine. Fine. Everything's gonna go fine, and I can then take this guy out with this. Perfect. Perfect. I got extra. There. That's my extra defense, just in case. And... extra energy. There, that should help there. Help there. Right. Defense spots. Okay. Now I can add extra layers of defense to this. So I'm adding extra layers. Just need to spam this out. Oh, this is the final layer.
Combat data obtained. Exceeds expectations. Traveler victory imminent. Greatly increasing value of malice parameter.
Thank you. I'm doing a good job. Doing my best. And all you do is... Second. And yeah, that should take care of them because they all hit the defensive layer. Still good. Still good. Okay. That only went slightly not as good as it could have, but that went good enough. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Let's see this one. So, air, fire, duckies, and determined. So let's see. Effect ground. Periodically restore HP to itself. Okay. So those guys basically heal themselves. Understood, understood. Let's do this thing. Semi-chills will join the fray. They will keep their distance, heal out, deploy rain. Help take them down early. The bombing technique is also... Okay. Let's do this correctly this time.
I will be your opponent during training mode.
Right, so... Right, get me extra stuff. Enemies are incoming. Need more resources. Come on, give me more resources. Ah, perfect. Just what I need.
Right.
I need a little bit more, so I'm just going to put one there. Ah, good. Come on, give me a resource. I need to protect you. Okay. And then... That was a close one. And okay, now I need to get 3. Oh boy, come on, give me resources already. Thank you. Perfect. XP, I still had that. Rain fire on them. Protect that one. Protect that one.
Ha ha. As long as I do not attack, I cannot be defeated.
Well, that is technically correct, Nefa. You're missing some crucial pieces of information with that idea. Come on, recharge. Okay, that was just rude. Okay, that was just rude. And I have the extra resources. I'm just going to make this one into another gun to help increase.
Traveler victory imminent. Greatly increasing value of malice parameter.
That's not going to help you. That's gonna help me, though. Oh, come on. I think he bugged. Okay. Okay, that insta-kill attack is so unfair. Okay. That got a bit dicey, but we went fine. We didn't get any breaches that time. The last one is now, even now, Captain Ringleader. Okay, now this is just they're gonna throw everything at us situation. So I need to figure out my strategy. Let's see. Next is I ready you obtain a deployable mechanism. Okay. So this one's now a case of
The
having
final round begins. Time to go all out.
Having to improvise and figure out whatever I get. Get the extra energy. Okay, just gotta improvise whatever I'm given. Okay. Another energy. Give me a weapon. Perfect. Okay, fill out the lost back row. This one I'm going to keep. Okay, good. That's why I kept this in. This is a good baseline to work with. Good baseline to work with here. An explosive. Oh, might as well. I just use it like this. Another explosive one. Thank you. give me an actual attack option for this row.
Activating analysis module. Learning the Traveler's operational logic. If
Okay,
successful, this will increase our efficiency by at least 179%.
Any wave incoming. This is going to be a bit tricky to deal with. I'm just sort of throwing things at the wall at this point. I have the extra manpower to do it, so might as well. Okay. Strong enemies approaching. Let's take care of the sand materials. No need to do. Not going to get that on me. I probably should have waited. Alright, good.
The assault will continue. Recalculating efficiency of commands. 3 times higher than standard.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's working. Somehow it's working. I have no idea what's going on here, but this has worked so far. I have so many of these, I can just...
Traveler's defenses have been breached. I am quite good at this.
1 second, you guys just need to just stop doing that. I think this guy's literally just the last guy.
This will be my final attack. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, I've just deployed enough random bullshit that this is what I got. Hi, Max Cap. Hey, we're just playing event stuff. I'm just doing the patented tactic of random bullshit go. It is super effective. So far, it's been super effective. I think this is the last guy. Yeah, destroy this, and it blows up in your face. Well, that worked according to plan, at least as best as I could. And that gives me all of the Nepha's stuff. Delicious, delicious Primo Gems. That leaves just one more event to do. Which is actually more... Which is a bit more of a puzzle. Hey, Navia. Bring it on. I'm on fire. I can do this. This is... Ooh, excuse me. Hiccups there. there. But this one's more of a puzzle. Usually how these things go is...
This is just a simulation, but be on your guard.
Yes, give me all the valuable power. Valuable energy, and I'm going to need these to take out this one. These ones make the effective attack against this one.
You've got this, partner.
Yeah, this is fairly simple. Thank you.
Equipment upgraded. Now's our chance.
Nice and simple. It's not that hard of a puzzle game, but I do very much appreciate how it's done. It's a simple swap, but they can make it deceptively complex if you're not ready.
Ready, partner?
Now, what type of shots are they firing this time? Alright, they're homing shots. Okay, I have to collect. Give me all the power, all the power, all the power, and bam. Okay, so I can use this to get to safely charge up with that one. Actually, I hit that time. Okay. These guys now I can safely take out since they can't hurt me.
I've activated a backup energy source for you. Keep at it.
That one's another one taken out. Hope Monday will... Yeah, hope Monday's been treating you well, Magscab. So let's do the comprehension challenge now. Pity this is so short. Oh, a boss. Hello.
Comes the toughest mecha. Time to go all out.
Let's collect a few of these. Ow. Let's take one of these guys. Okay, I'm getting distracted. This is easier.
Keep it together. Slow and steady now.
Lasers. Alright, and now it's gonna do the orbs.
I've activated a backup energy source for you. Keep at it.
Fire laser, I can take it. Ah, took it out. Ah. That's the thing with Days Wolf. Sometimes you just end up having to... You get Days Wolf and the thing you just spend the entire time on is laying in bed trying to get some sleep. Because sleep is the most valuable and important thing when you're overworked and just work a lot in general. Or just you want to sleep. I love sleeping, as you can probably guess. Now let's get my free Yahoda. And all the rest of the free stuff. Exhibition points, exhibition points. Now all we have is the Manage Affairs quest. So we have to wait 2 days. Okay, we can do that. Two days. Tick, 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 tick. Let's do the time warp again. Da, 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 da. I will admit, I do get annoyed at these 2-day things or the like. Because oftentimes it's just a case of, yeah, now you're going to have to wait around for a little bit as we get everything going. Maybe it helps with immersion, maybe it doesn't. I'm just never the biggest fan of it.
We just got word from Yelan. Looks like she managed to track down Ashpapati. Come on, let's go meet up with the others.
Oh, they're right here. I have arrived. What happened?
Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I found where he's hiding.
Let me just be sure of one thing. We're dealing with someone who has extremely dangerous weaponry in his hands. If it comes to it, are you prepared to handle the worst-case scenario?
Yeah, Yelan's a Black Ops operative. She knows what to do.
Absolutely. You just need to trust us, just like we trusted you earlier.
Yeah, we've got this. My crew's already locked and loaded.
Plus, yeah, we have Beidou and her crew, so we just have a pirate ship worth of mercenaries.
I'll take you at your word.
I know you said you wanted to keep this operation small, but I still thought you could use some backup. So, I chose a few promising young Spina members to help out. Clarand and I have got things covered at the expo.
Yes, we're ready to roll then.
Now that you're here, I guess we can get this show on the road.
It feels kind of like overkill, but I think this will work. I mean, to be fair, it would be gross overkill if they got someone else to manage the stall. You know, champion duelist, head of the Spino di Rosula, Beidou. What is it, kids?
I'm sorry, you can't come with us. You need to stay at the expo like we agreed. It's for your own safety.
We know. It's just... Do you really think Uncle Ashvapati is working for the bad guys?
I think he's working with them, but I don't think he's working with them willingly.
I wish I could answer that question, but it would just be speculation. And I work based off evidence.
He's been gone for 2 days now, and he just left us here. He's never done that before. Maybe he really is working for those people and was afraid of getting caught. But if that's true, then that means he must have been involved in making and selling weapons in the past too. Wouldn't that make him a bad person?
That's not for us to say. Take a look around the expo. There are plenty of other people making and selling weapons. Doesn't mean they're necessarily all bad people.
Yes, they're just arms dealers. They're not bad guys.
Really?
The same is true for your uncle. Whatever he may have done in the past, the real question we need to ask is why. There's a lot we need to know before we can judge a person. In Fontaine, we have a long and complicated process in place just to make sure we get the right answer to that question.
Yeah, we even had a god machine to help make the decision. It is complicated.
Yeah. Why would Uncle Ashvapati do something like that?
How about this? I'll make sure that Miss Chevras and Miss Yelan promise to bring your uncle back safe and sound. Then you can ask him yourselves.
Thanks, miss.
Navi is very good with kids.
This situation is complicated and unpredictable. Isn't it a bit early to be making those kinds of promises?
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure she has it handled.
It's all right. We're prepared for whatever we might face.
Regardless, it's a promise we have to keep. After all, when the children get their answer, it will shape their understanding of what justice means.
Then, let's all do our part to make sure this ends as well as it possibly can.
Alright, toys for children. Alright, so where is this hideout? Oh, that's fairly far away. Although not as far as I thought it would be. Kind of like on the outskirts of Nasha Town. On which, considering what this place apparently is, that does make sense. Kind of just looks like a hut.
Stop right there!
We missed him.
Looks like he left behind plenty of evidence, though. Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead.
Understood. I did not expect to... Let's see here. Is this a diary?
These records look suspiciously familiar.
Yeah. Doesn't seem very coincidental to me either.
What is it?
Remember when I said this group's cover was ironclad? They were always careful never to leave a trail leading back to them. The one time they slipped up, it broke the case wide open. We found a cargo manifest left behind at the scene. That's the clue that led us to Nodcry.
Wait. This might be a case where he was forced to work with them, and he intentionally sabotaged or let some information slip.
It was a similar story on our end.
And now that same manifest shows up here, among the records left behind by Ashvapati.
Oh yeah, I did that one ages ago. I did.
So, he's the guy that slipped up back then?
Unless it wasn't a slip-up at all. How does the same clue get left behind at two separate scenes and picked up by two separate law enforcement agencies? Thinking back on it now, it doesn't seem quite so accidental after all.
Sounds like he's trying to blow the whole organization open.
No. Almost like he led us here on purpose. But for what reason?
Okay, that's one clue. Boink.
Search the area. Let's...
Strange.
Possibly. From the sounds of it, it's just seeming more and more likely that he's trying to get this organization shut down.
Hey, there's a letter here.
Look at how it's positioned. It was begging to be found. I think it might be for us.
You think he knew we would come here?
If he did, he's a more impressive opponent than I anticipated.
Let's keep going. We can read it together when we debrief.
Possibly a confession, and here's the ballista prototype. Amazing how small they are.
Wait! Is this what Paimon thinks it is?
It's the display model that goes with the prototype. Guess that does make him our thief.
What's worse is that, with his technical background, I bet he managed to bypass the security features on the prototype.
You're saying our guy has a battle-ready ballista in his possession,
just waiting to be unleashed?
Oh, this isn't looking good.
Something isn't adding up. All the evidence suggests that he was here alone. Which begs the question, why would he unlock the ballista's features before even meeting up with his boss?
That's a question for another time. We need to focus on where he's going next.
He's planning to use the ballista to kill his boss.
This situation seems more complicated than we imagined. It looks like Ashvapati does have a connection to our criminal gang, but it might not be what we thought at first.
You don't think he's working for them?
At the very least, he isn't doing so willingly and intentionally trying to sabotage them.
Unlikely. He lured us to Nodcry, prepared those weapons on his own, deliberately put us on his trail. This is looking more and more like the work of an independent actor.
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this, he's still our best lead.
Let's read the
That
letter.
seemed to be our last remaining clue. Let's do it.
To the officers of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol and the Liyue Qixing, you certainly live up to your reputation. Within a single day, you were able to eliminate over half of the gang's forces. I appreciate the effort. I doubt my secret hiding spot will be a secret much longer. So I suppose it's my turn to throw my hat in the ring. I'm just glad I no longer have to run. So, before my day in court is upon me, allow me to confess to my crimes.
Okay, what's happened, Ashvapati? Oh, cutscene? Animation, or is it just some...
It all started with a Kashara War researcher, expelled from the academia for violating a taboo. He had dedicated his life to the pursuit of knowledge. But when he found himself in the desert, it wasn't even worth a pail of water to quench his thirst.
And then he got picked up by the Eremites, right?
Could you spare some water? I'm a Kashara War researcher. If you need something, I could.
Researchers like you are a dime a dozen. Smart as a whip until you find yourself in the desert. Then, you're lucky to survive the night.
Well, I mean, he was a scholar, not the type of person to a survivalist and all that. And although, considering what some of these scholars are like, maybe that's a bad comparison.
Are you mocking me?
No, son. Just still trying to figure out why I've got such a soft spot for strays like you. Here, give me your canteen.
So at first they were fairly friendly, and...
You got somewhere to go?
Not really. Thanks to this water, though. At least I can rule out the bottom of a vulture's stomach.
Now you're talking like desert folk. You could always join my band of misfits.
What would I do?
Well, you're a researcher. You probably have knowledge that we don't.
Gather food, guard our water source, just like everyone else I've taken in. Of course, if you have something you're good at, you're welcome to show it off. Every little bit helps.
All I know is... weapons.
Yeah, why do you know weapons?
Weapons?
Yeah. I love studying them. Big and powerful ones, small and deadly ones, old ones, new ones.
Ah, you're one of those people who just went, oh wow, weapon technology is so fascinating. Let's study it and learn more. It's sort of like a person who who gets interested in guns and starts learning how to be a gunsmith, or at least learns the basic knowledge on how they work.
I believe the essence of Kashara research is embodied in weaponry, and the pursuit of this kind of technology is what pushes the world forward.
Okay, I know it's what they're pushing here. I feel like he's being a bit blunt with this.
My lifelong goal has always been to become a foremost expert on all kinds of weapons, so I can invent even more advanced ones. So I might have borrowed a few sensitive techs without permission, but you see the vision, right? The higher-ups in the academia just didn't understand.
My dudes, to be perfectly honest, you kind of just sounded like a crazy person who went, I'm going to make even better, deadlier weapons.
The academia could have 1,001 reasons for exiling you out here, and it still wouldn't matter to me, son. All I care about is what this specialty of yours can do for us.
Is that you, Beaky? Viridian? Is that you, Viridian?
Hi. I can help upgrade your weaponry. That should come in handy in a dangerous place like the desert, surely.
True, weapons are essential to life here in the desert. Most folks get them when merchants happen to pass through. But when it comes to protecting the people here, this scimitar in my hand is more than enough.
Oh, right, you're at work.
The kind of weapons you're talking about are overkill for a place like this.
Right, you're at work. I keep forgetting that sometimes.
Overkill? Really?
Yeah, sir. My Ashrapati, you don't need a nuclear bomb to protect your home.
Our group is lucky. Our ancestors learned how to protect the oasis from the sandstorms to prevent it from drying up. Plus, we're pretty far off the beaten path. Helps us avoid conflict with other bands of Eremites.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
All in all, we don't have to travel to find water. We don't have to fight off other desert folk. It's a real place to call home. There are plenty of ways to die in the desert, but behind a lot of them lies too much ambition. So, having somewhere to settle down is more than enough for me.
Honestly, from the sounds of it, Kamwat seems to be a very wise leader.
I see. Guess I could do some odd jobs then.
I've heard you Kashara scholars are handy with all kinds of gadgets. You could always make something for the kids.
You mean, like, toys?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind. It'll give them something to do. Life can get boring out here.
Oh, that's true as well. And people underestimate the importance of toys in a child's development. Even Lego is a fantastic example. Helps develop a lot of essential skills, creativity, and entertains the children.
All right, then. And just like that, a Kashara scholar at the cutting edge of his field ended up in the desert, making toys for children. It got boring from time to time, but all in all, those days were quite pleasant. The Eremites accepted me as one of their own, and all the children loved me. Looking back now, I wish I could have lived like that until the end of my days. But then, those despicable people showed up, and it changed everything. Don't rush me. These materials are in short supply.
Oh, they've got a lot of nerve showing their faces back here.
Oh?
Send the gem? It has been a while.
Well, we have a right to this oasis too. Our ancestors were part of the group that discovered it.
Ah, there's the ambitious people.
You hated this place. After that giant sandstorm when everyone else was trying to figure out how to help, you got out of Dodge the first chance you could get.
Because I knew better than to be stubborn. Stay in one place too long around here, and it might just be your grave.
You abandoned this place. If we'd done the same, the oasis wouldn't even exist anymore. You gave up your right to be here a long time ago.
I mean, to be fair, that's entirely fair. These guys just up and left apparently, and the rest of them stuck around. So it's fair that they can be upset.
I heard they joined another band of Eremites after leaving us, but got kicked out. I bet they're only crawling back to us now because they've got nowhere else to go.
Chief, should we drive him off?
I think it probably is a good idea to do so.
I'd like to see you try. I'm warning you. You won't get rid of us that easily.
Leave them be. This oasis has always been big enough to sustain more than one group of people. It's not worth spilling blood over.
And I think there's his mistake. He unfortunately he didn't guard what he had enough.
All that matters is keeping the people here safe.
And what you should have done is get rid of these guys.
At the time, I didn't think much of it. Just Chaim Wazet being the kind-hearted man he always had been. And so, normal life continued. Much unchanged. Well, mostly. You can take the scholar out of the academia, but putting your life's work behind you is easier said than done. I often found myself flipping through my collection of blueprints and sketches. The ruin drakes scattered around Sumeru were of particular interest to me. As far as I knew, no one had been able to analyze or reproduce the technology within those mechanisms. But I was able to design a kind of lure to bait them into attacking a specific target. In effect, turning them into a weapon.
Well, that is actually useful, but at the same time, it can also be used to safely get them away from people and protect others. If you could use the lure to bait them into attacking and moving away from population centers, that could actually be good for people in general. But that's not what it's going to be used for, right?
Somehow, the new arrivals at the Oasis must have caught wind of it, because they soon started taking an interest in me.
Hope you don't mind me asking, but is that a weapon you're researching?
I do mind, actually. It's none of your business.
Rumor is you used to be a researcher at the academia. All that knowledge going to waste out here in the sticks. What a shame.
What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want, my man?
I want to team up. The rules and red tape that got you kicked out of the academia, they don't exist in the desert. You could take this research to the next level. As things stand, all you've got is a blueprint and a pipe dream. But what if you had access to the right funds and materials?
There's the snake tempting him.
What are you suggesting?
Me and my men can get you what you need. In return, all you gotta do is bring this sketch to life.
And that's how it got started.
We've always had a good eye for business. Just never the right product. But this thing right here, the different bands of Eremites are gonna shell out more left and right to get their hands on it.
You want to sell it?
It's a win-win. You provide the goods, and I earn enough Mora from these people to fund the research of your dreams.
I don't know.
I understand what you're worried about, but listen, it won't come back to bite the people here.
Press X to doubt.
These people don't think bigger than this place. They don't get involved in conflict. I mean, come on. Their biggest enemy is the weather.
You've made a bad name for yourself around here. I don't want any part in this.
Well, it's your choice. But it could be the last meaningful choice you ever get in life. So I'll ask you again. Do you want to finally develop the weapons you've been dreaming of and realize your academic ambitions? Or do you want to stay here building toys for kids?
Turns out, stay here building toys is what he would have enjoyed the most.
How I wish I'd made the right choice back then.
Unfortunately, the temptation was too great.
Yeah, we increased our prices. What about it? You gonna back out?
So, you're really as money hungry as they all say, huh?
Cash is king. That's just business.
And unfortunately, this guy's an idiot who will probably increase his prices more and more, and it gets to the point where the potential windfall of attacking and taking it exceeds the potential danger.
Fine.
I'm done. I want out.
What are you talking about? We're making bank here.
I know what the weapons have been used for, and I refuse to be an accomplice to all this any longer.
An accomplice? Listen, that's got nothing to do with us. People would be at each other's throats with or without our weapons. So they die to a machine instead of a scimitar. What difference does it make?
Collateral, mass destruction, the sheer amount of pain.
Can't you sell more than just weapons? Surely this can't be all the Eremites are interested in buying.
If you want to make the big Mora, you gotta push what sells. That's just how it is.
Once again, and greedy. He's just greedy.
And that right there is why I want out.
Fine. I've made more than enough to leave this dump in the dust anyway.
If you want out so bad, have it your way.
But...
What was that?
Weapons being used.
No. Kaim was it?
Protect the children. Get the children out of here. My kitty's watching.
How did this happen?
Because weapons were given.
You won't find a tribe in this desert without enemies. People have tried to steal water from this oasis in the past, but Kaim Wazet drove them off. Guess his enemies have been holding a grudge this whole time.
You sold weapons to his enemies. But he took you in when you had nowhere to turn. You owe him your life. Why would you do this?
Because he's an ungrateful snake who just cares about himself.
It was the perfect excuse to drive up the price, that's why.
It was only later that I found out. This wasn't the first time Senegem and his men had turned around and stabbed their allies in the back. Let's just say there was a good reason they had nowhere else to turn back then.
Yeah, he's just a snake. A selfish snake that...
I didn't chase after them or try to hold them accountable. In that moment, all I could think about was saving as many people as I could in a desperate attempt to atone for my sins.
Honestly, I think that was the better option. Yes, you could have probably tried to hold him accountable, but you are still just a scholar. You'd likely die.
But once the weapons I designed were turned against us, the fate of this place was sealed. Even I could do nothing to prevent it. In the end, despite all the burning tents I rushed into. And now, you know the full account of my crimes.
Nope. Yeah, that's...
I've been raising them ever since, while attempting to hunt down the men who made them orphans in the first place. This confession is for the kids to read, too. So, I hope you'll pass it along to them. They deserve to know the full truth of what happened. I know I'm in no position to make requests, but Please, help them find loving parents to take them in. Above all else, they deserve a true family. Back then, I failed to see this through to the end. But I won't make that mistake again.
Yep, this guy, he's been through a lot, and I can understand his justified anger, and I can see why he did this.
Jeez, if this is true...
He's after the same target as us. And he's out for revenge.
He even lured us to Nodcry to help him get it.
Yep, he lured us to Nodcry to take out the Snake's organization.
I think I know what he's planning to do with those ballistas now. If I'm right, this doesn't bode well.
Then we need to find him ASAP! It sounds like he's about to do something super dangerous. But we promised the kids we'd bring him back safe.
I can't just let him get rid of our target either. This crime ring runs deep. There are still many other conspirators we need to track down.
Yeah, you need to interrogate the head guy in order to get the names of everyone involved, and from there, catch them and pull them out by the root. So where do we go to find him?
Oh?
You got something?
He knew we'd be out of the picture investigating this place. I think he decided to spring the trap that we set up.
He's going to ambush the target when it comes up, pick up the goods.
Oh, snap. He's not working for them, so our original plan could have worked all along.
The meeting will be happening any time now. Quick, we need to head to the rendezvous point.
Probably would have been a good idea to have someone set up there already. So where's the rendezvous point? Okay, over there. Fairly simple. Adjust my seating. Oh, right here by the teleporter.
Ashvapati.
Wow. They've really changed their outfits. He still looks sort of eremite, but he's now wearing Fontanian fancy clothes.
It's been a while, Senegem. Over a decade, at least.
How did you find this place?
All these years. And the signal you use for the meetup point still hasn't changed. All I had to do was pose as your point of contact. And fish a time and date out of that scout you sent.
Useless bunch of idiots. Just wait until my backup gets here.
Oh, no backup is coming. They all got cleaned up.
Oh, I think that might take a while. The Fontaine and Liyue authorities have your men locked down tight. Every last one.
Ashvapati, he really planned this all out. He made sure to lure the right people to the right place, made sure everyone got wrapped up, and now...
No. There's no way the cops could have known we'd be here.
Unless someone tipped them off.
Unless, of course, someone deliberately left a trail of clues, leading them straight to the expo. That would be a different story, now wouldn't it?
He's an old man with a grudge, and he laid a very, very good trap.
If they hadn't taken your agents out of the equation, I doubt I would have been able to lure you here.
So now what? You gonna turn me in, too?
No. I'm going to kill you.
No. The authorities can have your men. But you're mine.
Is that Fatui tech? Looks like your skills are as good as ever. Listen, I know you're mad that I've been racking up Mora without you all these years. But it looks like you still got it. If you want back in, we can work something out.
You don't understand. He isn't here for the Mora. He wants blood.
After everything that happened, what makes you think I would want back in?
Because what's the alternative? You're not here for revenge, are you?
Oh, that's exactly why he's here.
After Kayemwazet took you in, you really convinced yourself you were one of them, huh? What you should have learned is that banking on loyalty and belonging is a losing hand. Better to cash out before you're in the hole.
And that's why you have no friends. Meanwhile,
In
he...
the desert, my people live by one rule and one rule alone. The last laugh doesn't go to the righteous. It belongs to the one who knows how to cut their losses. Just look at me. When there's more to be earned in the desert, I'm a desert folk. When the opportunities in Fontaine are sweeter, I'm a Fontanian.
You are just a snake.
You think everyone is as much of a lowlife as you?
A lowlife? There's nothing Mora can't buy, Ashvapati. That includes prestige.
And that also includes high explosives.
You're talking to a renowned Fontanian philanthropist who lives in the Vasari Passage and spends his days going from one grand banquet to the next. Nobody who counts would dare call me a lowlife.
Of course he doesn't have the people who were with him back then. There's no way he wouldn't sacrifice them at the drop of a hat.
Are you done?
Clearly there's no reasoning with you. Fine. Have it your way. But if you want me dead so bad, why'd you come to face me alone? That wasn't the wisest decision now, was it?
My dude, you're in a force field with him. Do you think he doesn't have any other weapons?
Don't you worry. I brought plenty of firepower with me. You could have brought a whole army for all I care. These weapons will bury every last one of you!
Yep.
What the? Are you crazy? If that thing fires, you're not getting out of here alive either.
Do you think that was the plan from the beginning? This is exactly what he wants. Both of you are going to go down if he gets his way.
Yes, that's the plan. It's high time both of us paid the price for our sins.
Nothing like an old man with nothing to lose. Well, he does have something to lose, but he's too deep into revenge to care. And
He's lost his mind. Get him! Start breaking his bones until he removes this barrier.
do you honestly think he would have set this up to be able to be turned off from the inside?
Hold it right there, all of you. Otherwise, I've got enough firepower to go around, too.
The Maison Gardiennage.
You got here sooner than I expected.
What's that in the sky? Looks like bad news.
Please tell me you have a shut-off device, Yelan.
Ashvapati, you have my word that these people will face the judgment of the Fontaine courts. Remove the barrier and come with us at once.
Fontanian justice is too merciful for them. You should leave us.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I bet that this guy probably has a fair few of his former friends in the Fortress of Maripede. And, well, let's just say that if you betray someone and then you end up in the same prison as them, you'd be lucky if you just dropped the soap.
Stubborn fool.
Ati, Neb, and Rhea are waiting for you.
I don't deserve them. I have to atone for the things I've done.
Then do that by giving them happy lives.
What is it you feel you need to atone for? Weapons research?
You're from Liyue, right? Your ancestors were the first people to master the recipe for gunpowder. And yet, they turned it into fireworks and firecrackers that even children could play with.
Technically, but firecrackers are very dangerous. There's a reason why a lot of countries kind of ban them in civilians, because, well, people hold on to firecrackers when they go off.
Surely, it's choices like that which make Liyue what it is today. I hear that it's a very peaceful place to live for the most part. But me? I chose to use my research skills to create weapons of war that brought death to countless people and destroyed the only home those kids had. That's why I have to atone. Because I have blood on my hands.
Yep, so do I. And I've done it personally.
Sounds like you don't know as much as you think about fireworks. They might be harmless fun in this day and age, but they started out as weapons too, you know.
Yep, that's true as well. Fireworks were weapons back in the day.
What?
Yeah, a lot of things started out as weapons.
That's right. Fireworks and firecrackers were originally developed for use as weapons. They needed something a little more powerful than usual for purging evil forces and scaring off wild beasts. Over time, evil spirits learned to fear the sight of flames, and the beasts retreated into the mountains. That's when people started repurposing fireworks for entertainment purposes.
Makes sense, makes sense.
The peace we enjoy today isn't because we chose to make toys instead of weapons.
It's that we took the weapons and turned them into toys.
The weapons are what secured us the peace in the first place. Only then did we have the luxury of choosing to turn them into toys instead. It's people, not weapons, that commit acts of evil. And when people are as bent on destruction as the evil forces and beasts faced by our forebears, whatever tools they have at their disposal end up as weapons.
Yep, because you can turn almost anything into a weapon. A rock, a knife, bar, fireworks. Lots of things can become weapons when they were not meant to be, unfortunately.
Time is running out. Please. Leave while you still can.
Relax. Now that we have these guys in custody, I think we can find a way of repurposing these ballistas for the children's amusement.
Oh, is this going to be a cutscene? They usually put a cutscene. Oh, here's a cutscene. Oh. Oh, you this asshole. Yep. You, unfortunately, pissed off Aino. And Yehoda. Aw, that's cute.
I knew they were looking for trouble, but they messed with the wrong manager.
And there's Aino. Oh, is that the ship? How are you going to repurpose the ballista? Fireworks? I'm guessing fireworks. Standing on top of the figurehead is the best spot on any ship, in my opinion. Luffy is right. And yeah. Oh, look, they're shooting stars in the sky. Okay, now.
Captain, we're in position.
Prepare to intercept! On my signal!
Ah, I see. They're intercepting his shots.
Fire!
I see. Having the crux in the right position can intercept his own destructive attacks. And there's... Oh. Oh, they even have colors, so they're now they actually are fireworks. Leben!
So,
Navia is always cool when she pulls out the sunglasses.
Recording mode on.
Has this always been part of the show?
All according to plan. Good job, everyone.
No funny business.
Yeah,
I never imagined the Guizhong ballista could be used for something so beautiful.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't see this coming either.
If you'll agree to come with us and answer some questions, it would be a big help to our investigation.
Hey, Agent, welcome to the stream.
Of course. You'll have my full cooperation. I know I'm guilty. Just not sure of the precise crime at this point.
Well, there's a lot of things that you need to just process. Let's see. The Alcor number 2 isn't named because it skipped this name ceremony to ship out incognito, so it's just been going by number 2. Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, I will admit I'm not the most studious when it comes to talking to characters at the booths. Mostly because I jump between so many gacha games, I have to be efficient.
Honestly, me neither. I'm sure a case like yours would have Fontaine's top legal experts scratching their heads. As for these arms dealers, though, I can confidently say that none of them will be getting away with this. So at least you can take some solace in that.
Best case scenario, they end up in the Fortress of Maripede for the rest of their lives.
I know. There's no sentence the court can give them that will satisfy you. But at least the trial will be a public declaration of their crimes and the punishment they will receive. The victims deserve that much, considering the alternative was them dying in obscurity to a revenge killing with no one left behind to tell the story. This looks more like real justice to me.
I guess you're right.
Ah, toys for children. That was a nice little quest there. That just leaves one more quest to do. One more quest. Which is return home. And I have to wait another 2 days for it. 2 days. Tick, 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 tick. I do like that they give these event quests their own cutscenes. Really helps elevate them and make completing them special. I don't like how a lot of these great events, cutscenes, and lore moments are, well, limited time. Really, especially when it does make a character a lot more interesting. Because Chevres was introduced sort of as just a 4-star. Then during one of the events, she had this wonderful cutscene, a scene where she looked so cool, and that's why I love her. But most players don't see that because, well, the event they never got to play the event.
What do you think they did with Ashvapati in the end? Let's go ask them for an update.
Let's go to the event venue. Teleport. Aw, I did enjoy this one quite a bit. They needs a little bit more development to make it truly enjoyable, but it's a good starting point. Of the other two, that one was more generic combat challenge, which was fun enough, but mostly just combat. And this one was a fun little puzzle game. Hey everyone, what happened?
Great! Everyone's in one place!
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the arms dealing operation closed down, I've achieved my strategic objective. I'm happy to let the Fontaine authorities process the culprits from here on.
I appreciate your flexibility. I'll need all of them in my custody to proceed with the case files.
And I can trust Fontaine to do the entire legal process justice because, you know, nation of justice, and with the Grand Eudex presiding, I predict that they're going to be in prison for a long, long time.
As for you...
Children form up around their father. Figure.
Given your association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the boss of the Curatorium might raise some objections if I insisted on bringing you into custody as well.
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
Oh, just that they all come to Fontaine. We'll set them up with a nice house, a stipend, and he makes toys.
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy a certain signboard in Nasha Town.
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati. He stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard. Sound fair?
Smart, Chevreuse. Very smart.
Deal.
Huh. That went surprisingly smoothly.
Well,
Paimon figured it was gonna be a whole ordeal.
Well, everyone knows when to do a bit of quid pro quo in this region.
Uncle Ashvapati, we...
They told us the whole story. Everything you've done. Even so, we still want you as our uncle.
Exactly. They care about you, man.
But
Doesn't matter.
If you'd been less trusting of the promises these men made to you back then, and left some weapons for your own people to defend themselves with, maybe things would have turned out differently. The way I see it, your crime wasn't the weapons research itself. It was failing to use that knowledge sensibly, to protect the ones you cared about.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Well then, what are you waiting for? The chance to atone for real is staring you right in the face.
Yep, raise these kids right.
Children, from now on, I will protect you with my life.
That's what a caretaker's supposed to do. Care for the children, after all.
Traveler, Yelan, on behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working with you both. I wish you all the best.
Same, Chevreuse. It's always good to see you.
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so it's probably about time I got going as well.
See ya later. See ya, Yelan.
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer for. I joined the Voynich Guild with my own agenda and nearly ruined their reputation. Are you really gonna let me get away with that?
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. Everything except your desert origins. That turned out to be true.
She's smart.
I actually consider the desert my home too, so I was interested to learn who the real Ashvapati was. Thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story it is. Granted, the final chapter caused us a fair amount of trouble. But hey, sometimes that's the price you pay for a good ending.
On the plus side, this did give you a decent amount of goodwill with the Liyue Qixing and Fontaine in Marechaussee Phantom. Plus, he does have useful knowledge you can utilize.
Are you serious?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay in the guild. Not after all the rules you broke.
I completely understand.
I'd recommend that you take these kids back to the desert.
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless conflict since as far back as I can remember. But your story offers a glimpse of a different way of life. Maybe there really is hope for peace in the desert.
Yeah, plus Nahida is making efforts to improve things.
The Sumeru of today is a different world than what it once was. With Lesser Lord Kusanali at the helm, who knows where the possibilities end? Maybe you could rebuild the home these kids once knew.
I'm flattered, really. But that was a lifetime ago. I'm sure the sandstorms will have buried any last trace of that oasis by now.
Dory, I think that's your cue.
Sure. We could put up a few tents and call it a settlement. But what then? It would be a brutally harsh existence. There's no way around it.
Dory, that's your cue.
Where there's Mora, there's always a way. Hello, my dear customer. Why don't you discuss your needs with me? If you can dream it, you can buy it.
What do you have in mind, Dory?
So Mora is the answer, huh? All right. Say I wanted to buy a hometown for these children. You telling me I can buy that from you?
Surprisingly, yes. One of the things Dory does do is spend a lot of her earnings to help kids.
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch.
Sure can.
Huh?
Yep, that's Dory for you.
Ta-da! I present to you one magical gemstone created by none other than the renowned mage Alice herself.
Oh, wait, and they're... Dory essentially being bribed into selling things. Yeah, right, I remember now. They have the whole, we will use this new different
Simply
method.
plant it in the ground and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have yourself a fully fledged oasis. And the best part is, it's designed to work flawlessly, even in the most arid and sandiest of deserts.
What the?
Yeah, the mages of the Hexen Circle are kind of bullshit.
Huh. Looks genuine to me.
Goodness. They always say you can find everything at the Nodcry Trade Expo. Turns out it's more than just marketing hyperbole. Still, surely a treasure like this must cost the world. As much as I'd love to buy it, I don't think I'm the kind of clientele you're looking for.
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself, and she priced it as whatever keeps the kids happy.
Yeah, that sounds like Alice. Alice has a soft spot for kids, and yeah, I do agree. She is basically just bribing Dory here.
Needless to say, I could have found far more lucrative options. But alas, none of them would be worth breaking a promise to a mage over.
Yeah, never break a promise to Alice.
Whatever keeps the kids happy? So what is that in Mora?
Free?
Good question. I got it! How about I charge you whatever you three kids earned at the expo? Then you can say you bought back your hometown through nothing but your own hard work.
That's the best thing you could probably ask for here.
I think that would keep the kids very happy indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
Deal!
Hooray!
Yep, Dory actually made some money here. The amount of compression space happening overall, Oh, that's true enough. Considering how these games usually go and how much space is compressed, the expo probably includes a fair number of stalls just selling random nonsense. And weapons.
This was a strange turn of events.
You never know what to expect with Dory.
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos.
That's true. Well, I'd imagine there's probably like 10 more, as you said. Oh, there's one of those people. Viridian, you know the drill. Yeah, there's probably about 10 more, and there's probably a fair few weapons. Ino is definitely the most conventional weapons shop. Then there's obviously the ballista, which is pretty effective. And just general random stuff here and there. But overall, I think that was a lovely little story. We've completed everything. And all of our little trade expos are done. And then we've captured all that we can. And fantastic. Magnificent. Stupendous, even. Of the 3 games, I think my favorite was definitely this one here, because I enjoyed the tactics of it. A bit simple at the moment. Kids did make a decent, if not, Penny would be surprised. Yeah, pretty much. Let's look at what the kids were selling anyway.
Try to keep up.
Yeah, they were selling toys, little robots, lanterns, different robot toys. I can see people buying a fair few of these, even if they're just because they look neat and are fun. Plus, I'd imagine the kids are selling them at a fairly cheap price, right, kids? Yeah, they probably sell them at a fairly good price, all things considered. Right, so the kids probably made a decent amount of money, and then Dory made a good profit from all of that. We know that Navia and Beidou's stalls were just bait, so these two probably actually didn't sell pretty much any of these, maybe just barely any. And for I know, I have absolutely no idea. I'd imagine a decent amount of people figure that, hey, we buy these blueprints and we can make tons of these. But they're probably going to run into the issue that these are Ino designs, so they're going to be a bit tricky to replicate. Or just have random nonsensical things. Hasn't ended? What? Doria accidentally profits they're making. I mean, technically Dory didn't say to pay her right now. She said at the end of the event. So if these kids are making any money, they probably give the money to her after the event is over. At least that's the way I'd imagine it. Now, in terms of other stuff, this one probably getting a decent amount, although most of it is just people who don't understand what Natlan stuff actually is. Is this guy up in the air? True enough. True enough. That's... Well, regardless, at least she made some money out of it. This guy, he probably just earned a random amount because his inventory seems to be just random stuff that he's managed to collect as a treasure hoarder. Where the Fatui here, well, anything they make is profit regardless because they're literally selling bottom-of-the-barrel equipment. So I guess they're probably raking in decent tech and decent money. Yeah, and fine. This guy is alright. He's selling alcohol that would sell a decent amount, but it's his own stuff and he's pretending it's Dawn Winery. And once the rumors go around that this is just a knockoff brand trying to pretend to be the proper Mondstadt ale, he probably loses a fair few sales because people don't like being cheated. Finally, there's my boy, Leben! And who I'm going to just assume makes a good amount of money because we know Varka basically just bought an entire crate of apples. So he probably makes a decent amount. Overall, I think the winner here is probably Ino. Now, I would say that in terms of events, this was relatively fun. there probably were a few things they could have done to make it more interesting and lively, really create the whole festival event situation. But overall, I had fun with this. Yes, so make more by saying it's what it is. Nodcry wine using techniques. Exactly, it's a smaller event, and I do agree this guy would have made a lot more money if he was just being honest with what it is. Mondstadt style wine being made locally here in Nodcry. But instead he said, this is Mondstadt wine smuggled to Nodcry to skip the tariffs or whatever. Which isn't very effective. Still, this is a nice little small event that I am happy with because it helped me restock my supplies that kind of were waning after the last few banners. My stockpile is now up to a nice 116, which should hopefully be good enough for when Columbina eventually comes out. We know she's going to come out. The next target is going to be Nicole, who I've heard is going to be a main Varka support, so that's going to be fun. And after that, I'm saving for Sandrone. Sandrone, that's it. So, I had a lot of fun, and thanks all of you for coming to my stream. It is always appreciated when I see you guys. So, one second. I always appreciate when I see you guys.
Sure feels good.
Oh yeah, I know they technically have the summer events, which are technically permanent in a way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the summer event is going to be. If Genshin follows the usual pattern, it's probably going to be a tease or a hint about what is going to come when we get to Snezhnaya. Because they always do that with Snezhnaya. They show us new stuff, they introduce things, and they usually show us things that maybe we didn't know before, or we haven't seen before. And hinting at what the story of the next section is going to be about. Maybe. But it's more about in regards to the themes going on in Snezhnaya. Which, like, for example, there's the last summer event, which happened at the end of Natland, and did hint at some stuff that was going to happen here in Nodcry. The summer event that happened at the end of Sumeru was an entire thing in a bottle that involved hydro mimics pretending to be people, which if you know what happened in Fontaine was actually a crucial part. Heavy on themes on control and rule, possibly. They're not obvious most of the time, but it is usually an interesting thing to examine. I look forward to playing through it and trying to figure out what is going on with all of you. And also lots of theory crafting on my end. Now, regardless, I think I'm going to start the raid as per usual when I finish up. I just want to say again, thank you everyone for coming, both on YouTube and on Twitch. I always appreciate it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Depends on what I'm feeling like. Since I've actually kind of caught up with most of my gacha games, I think it might be a case where I either do more Silksong stuff, I'm kind of in the home stretch, or I do something I've been meaning to do for a long time and do a side quest roundup because I have neglected a lot of side quests in my different gacha games. Still, or I think Zenless Zone Zero's due to an update soon. Regardless of what it is, it's going to be fun. Until next time, everyone, have a good day, and bye-bye!